Okay, I'm recording now. Now, as you can see, this is a current trade, so it's a live account. There's no gimmicks here. Um, you can see the current balance, £348. This is something that was grown from £300. Since I've been testing out the EA for, well, this is basically in 1 week. You know, that's an average of how many? How much? Let's see. 48 divided by 5 or 6 or so. I mean, an average of about £8 or so per day. Let's go to the history. Okay, I mean, you can see these are all GWA trades, even as you can see here on the comment section. And these are all the trades for today. I mean, some of them were canceled. I canceled some of them. But these other ones that had the GWA obviously were closed out. This one hit the stop loss. Obviously, was a negative. These three were negatives. Were negative. This was also closed out by the stop loss, but it was a positive. I believe what happened here was the trailing stop. Because obviously when it goes past 15, I'll be showing you the settings shortly. When it goes past 15, 15 is our take profit point. Sorry, 15 is when the trailing stop is triggered. And if it goes past 15, goes to 20 and so forth, and it then retraces against us, we do get stopped out. So that is one of them. Let me show you others. This one, obviously, now what happens sometimes? I mean, I got a couple of messages by people saying the multiple trade function is not working too well. I do acknowledge that, and I agree with that. Because what's happening is it's taking, if you are on a 1 hour time frame like we should be, when we enter a trade, say a buy, and it's going in our direction, the first trade triggers obviously. By the time it gets to the next hour, the second trade triggers as well, which is how the multiple trade works. Now, what's happening at the moment is we're actually working on it so that it's going to be that only one trade can actually be taken. Until that trade closes, another trade will not open. Even though it's going to be the next hour and the second and the third hour, no other trade will open until that trade closes. I think that's going to work best for us. What I have been doing basically is if I'm in a trade and it's the next hour, a second trade opens, if I feel the trend is losing momentum, I would close the second trade. And that's why you can see some of these trades, some of these trades here. You can see this one basically does not say GWA because I closed it. I think I closed it manually. I did close about two or three of them manually in profit. So that's what it is. So you can see most of them are all GWA trades as PipCollector trades, and you can see the profit so far for today. This is today's date. Let me show you. You can see the 10th of the 8th. That's when it was opened. And this is the time it was closed, the 10th of the 8th. So these are all the trades for today. The profit so far has been £6.31. But obviously, this one obviously is going into profit as well. I believe it will close profitable for us. But you can see all the trades today. Let me just count it for you. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, What is this? Okay, 17. So basically, out of 17, we've lost 3, which is very good. 17 minus 3, that's we've won 14 trades and lost 3, which is very good. Let me see what Robert is saying there. Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's done very well today. I mean, it's been doing. I mean, basically, I haven't had a losing trade this week. Today is Friday. I haven't had a losing trade. Now, this is a small account. I did say I opened 2 accounts. Actually, it's 3. This is the account I opened with about £300. Even as you can see here, it has grown to 349. In just over a week or about 6 days or so. Now let me go to the other account. This is a live account. Even as you can see at the top here, it's a live account. It's not a demo account. But let's go to the demo account. This is the demo account. Even as you can see at the top here, it's also a live account. Let's go to. You can see. I started this with about £5,000 and it's gone up to 5,060. It's a live account. Let me just prove it's a live account. Let's just enter a trade. What's this? Let's enter a trade that anyway, it doesn't matter whether we win it or not. Let's just enter a trade. For the sake of it, let's just assume this is gonna go back up. So let's go for a buy. You can see it's a live account. Anyway, let me see what comments people are making. I mean, I can't quite read your comments now because I need to quickly do this and go.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay, that's good. Dr. Sean says she earned about £50 this week with the PipCollector. Whoop whoop. That's good.
But if I was doing that, you would say same thing.
All right, guys, mute yourself. Let me mute you. Let me mute everybody now.
Old grown. Okay, that's fine. And I ain't just got grown.
Okay. I've got everybody muted, so please let's stay muted for me. Please stay muted. Let me just quickly finish this. Now, the truth is, if myself and Dr. Carter are doing this, okay. I mean, Cut the Rope says he made about 7.82 in demo account. Hey, something is getting absolutely something is getting better now. Now, the truth is, if myself and Sean and others are doing it and are doing it well, or are earning money, earning pips and profits, believe me, every one of us can do it. I can tell you this. I mean, I posted some, I think it was last week sometime, I did put a post out there saying, with PipCollector, you might never have a losing week again. I didn't want to say a losing day because, I mean, that might be a ridiculous claim. I mean, I'm not God. Anything can happen. But the truth is, you might never have a losing week again. Now, I was out most of the day, but my VPA was on. I had told my wife, honey, please, I would call you to turn it off at some point because I didn't want to really trade the US news. So it was about 1:30 here. I said, honey, I'll call you to turn off the trade. But then again, I thought to myself, no. The thing is, even with the PipCollector, if your settings are right, you can actually leave it open for the news. Why? Because if the trade goes against you, it's going to be a loss of 15, 20, or 25 pips anyway. Whereas if the trade goes in your favor, you are looking at a lot more than 25 pips. It could be up to 30, 40, 50, sometimes even 60 pips. There are times when the news has moved the market and we've gone as far as 100 pips in a day. Now, so I thought to myself, I wouldn't tell her to short it. I'll just leave it, let it run. But good enough, the trade was not in such a position whereby it was going to go against us. So we were not taken into the trade anyhow. But what I am saying is, if we do this well, it could make us money every single day. Every day would be payday. Now, I'm willing to have regular sessions with people like with you guys and with people who are struggling, just to tweak things here and there. I mean, there are a couple of tips I've put out in the last couple of days. I'll keep on putting out tips as to what I am doing. I mean, let's just go back to the pairs that I traded. I mean, nothing scientific about it. Believe me, nothing scientific about it. I mean, maybe not this webinar, but some other webinar, I'll show you exactly, how perhaps I choose some of the pairs. I mean, obviously, Sean can also share with her group or her team how she's choosing her pairs. I mean, in the past, I have chosen random pairs and it worked out anyway. But obviously, because I want to do it in a more precise way, and perhaps, a bit more meticulous about what pair I choose. Now, I knew there are times when I choose pairs deliberately because there's going to be news. I know it's going to be news. I choose the pair because I know, like I said a while ago, if it goes against us, the maximum you lose is 20 pips. I mean, I don't use 25 pips, stop loss. I know Sean uses 25 pips now. I use a maximum of 20. Sometimes I use 15. Sometimes I use 20 as my stop loss, fixed stop loss. But the thing is, if the trade goes in your favor, obviously, it won't even come close to that 20 pips. So I know if the news goes against me, the maximum I'll lose is 20 pips. Whereas if it goes in my favor, I mean, today, for instance, I was getting ready to go out when, the Aussie dollar began to tank. So it picked up a trade on Aussie New Zealand dollar. It was already tanking and it was going in direction. So what did I do? I quickly now, check to see if Aussie dollar was also in the trade. It wasn't, but I saw it was going to pick it up in the next hour. So I left it. And true to it, it picked it up, as well. So they were both, going in direction, and it was doing well. Even as you can see here, the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, and then the Aussie dollar USD. So you can see anyway. Okay, fine. I mean, fair enough. This was picked up from yesterday. I mean, it was a trade I was in yesterday, picked up also by PipCollector, as you can see here. It was going in direction, so I left it open. So if you have to leave a trade for 24 hours, as long as the trailing stop function is going on, let it do its thing, collect the profits, and run. So this is one account. That's a small account of about, also this is a big account of over about £5,000. It's grown by 60. And there is the smaller account of about £300 is grown by that. Now, the thing is, just keep on sending me whatever screenshots you have, and let me help analyze your pairs and see what you are doing wrong or what you could do better. Like I said a while ago, I'm not doing anything special as such. These are just regular pairs. These are regular pairs. But make sure you are not over leveraged on any pair. So if you're going to choose a USD pair, don't choose all the USD pairs, as in USD JPY, USD CAD, USD Chef, Euro USD. That would be a wrong way to go about it. Choose a maximum 2 pairs, two currency pairs of USD if you're going with USD. So also Euro, do the same thing. I mean, look at this, for instance. There was the Euro Pound, Euro USD, and that was it for Euro. Nothing else for Euro. Then AU, Aussie dollar USD, and Euro USD. That was the only 2 pairs that had USD in them. So 2 pairs with USD, 2 pairs with Euro, and everything else you mix. Okay, fine. There was this one as well. But in a nutshell, this can work for us all. It can work for us all. We will begin to make money, and we can also begin to help a whole lot more people making money. I mean, you saw I got a phone call just a while ago speaking to a family friend who's like a brother, Harold. He's been seeing my post and all that on Facebook, and he's wondering, what's all this? I mean, I've never done this before. Are you going to show me? And after this webinar, I'm going to call him and explain to him. The thing is, yes, he already has a job. He's doing well. The thing is, who doesn't want more? We all want more. That's why we are here. Multiple streams of income. That's the name of that's the keyword. So basically, we want to do well financially and obviously help those around us, our friends and loved ones, even our neighbors and enemies, if you have any. I don't have any enemy. But if you have any, if you bless them, who knows? Things will turn around and they'll become your friends. Anyhow, let me just stop this now and maybe chat with you guys if you want, if you have any comments. Let me just stop recording this, just 1 minute.